Hey guys, it's Matt here, and today I'm doing another episode of Keikaku Corner. Now, yes, it's just me alone. If you guys don't know, Tristan Walter is up in space on the moon looking for dinosaur bones. It's just, just the normal stuff. I mean, like, why do we even mention it, right? But either way, though, I'll be talking about a bunch of different topics this episode, trying to get some other those guys playing slash those guys on the radio members to come on and talk about some very interesting stuff. Now, as of right now, I'm not going to say who it is, but if they don't show up this time, because they're supposed to show up last time, I'm just going to forgive them. Which is harsh words, I know. But either way, let me put on my reading glasses, my brainy specs. I look adequate. I look adequate. For you guys listening in, going to our Patreon, patreon.com/CGProductions, and actually going to whatever tier it is and getting the audio version of this, you see nothing. You just think I look gorgeous all the time, or hideous. Regardless, let's see. So today, before we get to the topic of this specific, this next article that we're going to talk about, let's talk about everything right now, briefly. So we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 news, we're talking about some Jump Force news, which I'm really excited about, some Gintama news, Back to the Future news, sort of, ishly, and also some Funimation stuff as well, and some comic book stuff, things like the Avengers, and Superman, and Captain Marvel. So we're going to be talking about all of that throughout the next week or so, if you're watching this on our YouTube channel via different clips. But again, if you guys go over to our Patreon, you can get the whole audio version there. Alright, so let's jump forward to talking about what we're going to talk about right now, which is Kingdom Hearts 3. I cannot believe I'm even talking about this on the show, but specifically what I'm talking about and the reason why I'm so excited is the fact that not only was there a trailer released, a longer trailer that was released, all this stuff, by the way, will be in the description box down below. It was released subtitled, by the way, which was nice. Also, they released the box art. So we're going to talk about those right now. So what I really enjoy about the actual trailer itself is that we got to see Big Hero 6 footage, something that I did not expect us to see this much of, especially due to the fact that this is coming out late January. We're already reaching late September. I just thought they weren't going to show us. They were going to have some kind of, another trailer of some kind, but I don't know what I thought. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know. I didn't think they'd feature Big Hero 6 this heavily, though. And yes, it's the one they haven't featured much thus far. But showing off what they showed, and also recently playing Spider-Man on the PS4, personally, I don't know. This is going to sound crazy, but I didn't realize how much the PS4, how big a world can be on the PS4. Now, that might seem silly to a lot of you guys out there. You're probably, going to call me a noob and stuff like that. But I think my mind, based on what I played as a kid, based on the earlier Kingdom Hearts games, it's stuck in this mindset of, and I'm sure there's going to be a barrier or a wall somewhere, but it's stuck in this mind of, oh, I guess I can't go in this area. I guess I have to go down this, this street or this road or whatever. Oh, well, too bad. But after playing something like Spider-Man 4 and looking at this trailer, I'm realizing, right, we're at the end of the PS4's life cycle. This is when they start using the PS4, really getting accustomed to the PS4, getting accustomed to what it can do, and pushing it to its limits. And looking at some of these worlds, especially Big Hero 6, and seeing what they're doing, I hope, and also with the Toy Story, well, generally Toy Story, it wasn't just Toy Story 3, but the general Toy Story world that they have, it does seem like, I hope, they're not going to have a lot of, limits and barriers and things like that. It's going to be a much more open world than any Kingdom Hearts game has been thus far. At least from the ones that I've seen, that I've played. A lot of them that I've played have been on mobile, devices, things like, Game Boys and stuff like that. Or the older PS2 ones, which again always had those invisible barriers very, very close to you, in my opinion. But looking at the way this game plays, and yes, not all of this is, oh god, the selfie feature. After seeing that in Spider-Man, and also in this, it's another thing that they do have in common that's just really funny. People have been memeing that. They've been taking Sora and they've been putting him in very horrible situations where people die in the different Kingdom Hearts games, and they'll just have him in front just being all smiley. It's like, you guys suck. But yeah, it's a very interesting trailer. I'm very hyped. By the way, the way it looks, beautiful. The graphics look stunning. The 3D models look gorgeous. Every time, I don't know about you guys, but when I think, oh, there should definitely be a Kingdom Hearts anime, you look at how good these games look, and I'm like, I'm not saying the anime would be terrible looking. It's just that, these games look, especially at this point, so beautiful and amazing. And I don't know if that's Roxas at the end there. I hope it is. I really do, I wonder where the story's going to go. So does Nomura. So, so I do wonder. I do know that I have to play the older games again because some of these characters, I'm like, I think I remember the fact that you're not dead, but dead. Like introducing Heartless and Nobodies, and also having digital versions of Sora and things like Recoded and stuff like that. Really, has kind of thrown the story kind of looped it for me. Also having I'm forgetting her name, but she was in Birth by Sleep. Either way, with her in the game as well, it's just there's so much going on here that's just it's very very intense, and even, especially looking at the box art, by the way, it is super duper intense because everyone so it's a beautiful thing because it seems like everyone is looking towards they have a common goal, a common purpose, and that's why they're all looking in the same direction. Goofy's looking up a little bit though, so I do wonder. It's funny because everyone's looking in the same direction, but Goofy's looking up, so I don't know if that signifies his demise. I really hope not. But what I do enjoy though is the fact that I was kidding, by the way. Goofy's not going to die. I have some people out there to be like, did he really just predict Goofy's death? Yes. But looking at this box art, first of all, God, it looks beautiful. Just in general, it looks beautifully done. You do wonder who that character is, that kind of gremlin, orky looking character, because it's clearly not Roxas, potentially. But still, though, looking at them all having a common goal, if you look at the other two, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you see that some characters, especially showing their turns to the dark side, if you will, you'll see them looking in different directions, having different goals in mind. But it seems like everyone's kind of on the same page. Hey, this is, we gotta save this world. Cataclysmic events are coming. We cannot dilly-dally. Riku, has something to fight for, and that's beautiful. Also, hearing it in Japanese, I've heard it in Japanese before, but it's always so fun to see how they've gotten voice actors who sound just like the English versions of these Disney characters like Mickey, Goofy. I remember the one for Pete is always fun. So yeah, overall though, I'm hyped for this. It's sad though because I loved Big Hero 6, but I'd have to watch it again to remember some of these characters' motivations. Of course, we know Hero's motivation. He mentioned in the trailer, himself. But it is frustrating because it's how video games are made, especially a big game like this, a huge game like this with open world mechanics and things like that. It's going to take a while to make. But it is sad that some of these franchises that they're using, while they're not terrible ones, they definitely are dated by now, most definitely. And Big Hero 6 is the one that's the least dated, I would argue, but even then that one came out, I'll see when it came out actually right now. But while I'm doing that though, Tangled came out. To me it feels like decades ago, but definitely was not. So I'll look up Tangled first, because with Tangled it feels like that one came out a very 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 long time ago. Toy Story is Toy Story. So for me, Toy Story, with how many sequels that it got, it will always be, not just because it's a part of my childhood, but it will always be eternal. Tangled is playing in the theaters right now. So I'm in New York, and apparently I can go on Friday to see Tangled in 3 AMC theaters. What? Is there a resurgence or something? By the way, Tangled came out 8 years ago, which is funny because when the game was announced as being developed in 2013, it was already 3 years old. Big Hero 6, I want to see Big Hero 6, because this game was announced in 2013, obviously wasn't being worked on in 2013, but even then, though, to be announced and to have something, like, was Tangled much, because I enjoyed Tangled, but was it much larger than I remember? So Big Hero 6 came out in 2014, so it makes sense they announce it, and then Big Hero 6 become part of that world. So Big Hero 6 is only 4 years old. That's interesting. Wow. We are getting overloaded and saturated with media, because Big Hero 6 feels like it also came out in 2011, and it's only been 4 years. Wow. What's going on, guys? Time, that's odd. But let's see here. Of course, Pirates of the Caribbean, there might be a new one coming out, there might not be, but there was one at least 3 years ago, I thought, or maybe even, was there one? There's one being filmed right now. And then, but I want to see, when was the latest one? Okay, there's Total of 5 films. Thanks. When did the 5th one come out? Oh, wow. Apparently Dead Men Tell No Tales came out in 2017. What? I remember On Stranger Tides, which was Tides, which was 2011. But I didn't see Dead Men Tell No Tales. Did I? Did I see a movie a year ago and forget? I'm pretty sure I did not. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, The Fountain of Youth. Wow, that was... Okay, so Fountain of Youth one was 7 years ago. And then Dead Men Tell No Tales just went right over my head. Okay. Either way, though, Pirates of the Caribbean is still pretty popular, clearly. And looking at some other worlds in here as well, of course, Frozen is Frozen. Like, Frozen, you don't even... If anyone needs to ask anybody, can you justify Frozen? I'm like, I haven't even seen Frozen, and I get it. Like, it's just, why would you not put Frozen in this game? But the one thing that I'll say, though, before we move on, I love the box art, yes, but when it comes to characters and worlds, I'm a little frustrated that we haven't seen any kind of Square Enix worlds. It doesn't even have to be Final Fantasy, frankly. It could be any other Square Enix property. We have not seen Final Fantasy, and that is kind of curious to me, because this game was started on that. And even if we just get one world based on it, or if there's a reason in-game that they give as to why they're not there, but then maybe there's some DLC or something like that, some other... And by the way, I would like to say, so people are like, you're really, advocating for giving more money away to DLC. That's assuming that the story is actually a long, fulfilling story and a long, fulfilling end to the series, but you can get a little bit of DLC if you want, just to, it may make you a little bit happy, even though, Sora might be gone from, after this, it'll be okay. We can still see him in some DLC. But either way, though, I don't know. I mean, the funniest thing they could do is not put in Square Enix characters, in the sense of, the Enix side, but get some Eidos characters in there and have, like, Lara Croft. That would be great if we just have Lara Croft in this. I would laugh my ass off. So many people would be angry, but I would laugh. Not because she'd be a great character, it'd be a great world and everything. It'd kind of be like a Tarzan world. But I would only laugh because people are like, where are my Final Fantasy characters? And not even here can you get characters from Final Fantasy VIII. Not even here. Oh, God, that would be terrible. Hilarious, but terrible.